Hello and welcome. As a hotel AI expert, I'm delighted to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. In this session, we're going to pull back the curtain on the world of luxury hotels. We'll explore the hidden, high-tech systems, what I call the invisible engines, that have to be absolutely perfect long before the first guest even thinks about arriving.
You know, we've all seen the grand lobbies, right? The gorgeous suites, the smiling staff. We experience that seamless service. But have you ever really stopped to wonder what's happening in the months before the grand opening? What's going on behind the scenes that makes that effortless experience even possible?
And that's really the key. I want you to think of a hotel not just as a building, but as a living, breathing organism. And today, we're going to examine two of its most critical systems that have to be flawless before the doors can ever open: its structural heart and its digital brain.
So let's start with that first invisible engine, the engineering department. These are the folks responsible for the very pulse of the building, all the physical systems that keep it safe, comfortable, and running like clockwork.
Now, the chief engineer's #1 job before opening is something called building commissioning. And this is not just a quick walkthrough, okay? This is an exhaustive, incredibly meticulous process of verifying every single system. We're talking everything from the air conditioning that keeps a room cool to the pipes that deliver hot water. It all has to work exactly as it was designed to.
So, you might be wondering, how do they even begin to tackle such a massive task? Well, they break it down. The whole process is divided into 4 clear priorities, and you always start with the most critical systems first. It's this systematic approach that ensures nothing gets overlooked.
And let me be perfectly clear about what comes first. There is zero ambiguity here. Before you test a single elevator, before you test a single kitchen oven, you test the life safety systems. This means full-scale, real-world tests of fire alarms, sprinklers, and emergency lighting. The safety of your future guests and your staff is the absolute non-negotiable foundation of the entire operation, period.
Now, the final step in this process isn't just about being ready for opening day, it's about being ready for the next 10 years. All the data from every test, every piece of equipment, is used to build a preventative maintenance plan. And this whole plan gets loaded into a computerized maintenance management system, or CMMS. Think of it as the hotel's long-term health plan, ensuring everything is maintained before it can fail.
Okay, so the building's structural heartbeat is stable and strong. Now let's move on to that second invisible engine, the digital nervous system. And this is all managed by the Information Technology, or IT department.
You see, if engineering manages the hotel's body, then IT manages its brain and its nerves. The director of IT is responsible for every single piece of data that flows through that property, from a Wi-Fi signal to a credit card transaction. These are literally the digital arteries of any modern hotel.
It all starts with the physical infrastructure. You know, the fiber optic cables hidden in the walls, the secure server rooms, and, maybe most importantly, the Wi-Fi access points. Because let's be honest, in today's world, slow Wi-Fi isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a one-way ticket to a terrible online review. So that system has to be stress-tested to handle a completely full hotel, with everyone streaming at once.
All right, now we get to the core software. And the most important thing here isn't just the systems themselves, but how they all talk to each other. The big 3 are the property management system, the PMS, which handles rooms and billing, the point of sale, or POS, for restaurant charges, and the central reservation system, the CRS. For example, when a guest orders room service, that charge has to flow instantly from the POS system right onto their bill in the PMS. That integration has to be absolutely perfect.
And, you know, it's this seamless core integration that powers everything the guest actually sees and touches. The key card that opens their door, the TV in their room, the digital signs in the lobby, all of it relies on that stable, integrated digital nervous system to work without a hitch.
And of course, underpinning this entire digital world is security. Before a single guest credit card is swiped, the IT director has to guarantee that everything is secure and compliant. A failure here isn't just a technical glitch. A data breach can become a massive financial and reputational catastrophe for the brand. Protecting guest data is paramount.
So, the building's heart is beating strong, and its digital nervous system is fully online. All the individual components have been tested, but what happens when you put them all together and turn up the pressure? Well, that brings us to the ultimate pre-opening test. This final, all-encompassing check is called the dry run. It's where the staff come in and they simulate real guest interactions, real operational scenarios. You could call it the final exam for both the engineering and the IT departments. The real question the dry run is designed to answer isn't just, hey, does everything work when things are going well? No. It's a much, much tougher question. Can the hotel's invisible systems and the teams that run them survive a full-blown crisis?
This is the true test. You simulate a power outage. You intentionally crash the main property management system. The ability of the engineering and IT teams to stay calm, follow their emergency procedures, and get systems back online quickly, that is the ultimate measure of success. That proves they are truly ready for anything.
And all of this brings us back to why this meticulous, often invisible, behind-the-scenes work is so incredibly important. It's all about building a solid foundation for excellence.
Think about it. A hotel opening is a brand's biggest marketing moment. Any kind of technical failure in those first few weeks, a fire alarm that goes off by mistake, a system crash during check-in, can do irreparable damage to its reputation. This deep, systematic preparation is basically the insurance policy that protects that brand right from day one.
And this isn't just some abstract theory. This rigorous, disciplined approach to operational readiness is a core principle taught and championed by the leading institutions in our industry, including, of course, the Europe Hotel School. This is the professional standard of excellence. So, as you continue on your journey to become the next generation of leaders in this incredible industry, the final question is really for you. Whether you end up as a general manager, a director of rooms, or a chief engineer, you will be responsible for a piece of this foundation. So the question is, how will you ensure that your part is absolutely flawless?